Welcome back to the channel. Today we'll be covering the best ways to utilize the 10 spots you have for your loadouts in Warzone. And we're not going to be covering the best guns to use in those spots. We're not going to be covering the attachments to use for which guns. That'll be for a completely different video, as I'm sure you all know that the update's coming out in just 2 short days, and there's going to be guns buffed, there's going to be guns nerfed, and there's going to be new weapons added to Warzone. So who knows what the best guns will be in 2 days. Instead, we're going to cover the best way to utilize your loadout spots, and this is interchangeable with any weapons no matter which ones you want to use. Now you might not think this is much, but there's some tips that I'm going to give you today that'll hopefully get you out of some sticky situations. Let's jump into my loadouts and I'll show you what I'm talking about. As you see here, I have my AMAX and MAC-10 loadout. This is my main go-to loadout. It's the one I use the majority of the time, so I have it up here near the top. And the reason I have it up near the top is because, you know, whenever you buy a loadout, it sends out the red smoke. People that are in the area can see it, they can hear the loadout drop, and they might start coming to you. So you don't want to drop a loadout and then be messing around down here trying to figure out which guns you're going to get whenever you have somebody that's shooting at you. So your main go-to loadout, you want to put it near the top, either in this first spot or this second spot. So for me, I have the AMAX and the MAC-10 in my second loadout spot. And my first loadout spot is the AMAX Ghost class. Usually whenever I'm playing, I try to buy a loadout at the beginning, as I'm sure most of you do, and then on the second loadout, I try to grab my Ghost class. So I set this Ghost class up a little bit differently. You see it's the AMAX with Ghosts, and I said I wasn't going to go into attachments, but I'm going to go into this one and show you what I do with this one that's so different. Instead of running the Commando foregrip, which I usually run on my AMAX, I changed to the fully loaded perk. And then if you go down here, set up any Modern Warfare pistol you want, and make sure one of your attachments have the fully loaded perk. That way, whenever you go to pick up your second loadout, which is going to give you Ghosts, it's also going to give you fully loaded ammo for your AR and for your SMG. So you can just go ahead, pick back up your original MAC-10 and AMAX from the first loadout you got, so that you have all the attachments, and then this way you now have both weapons that you need, you have all the attachments, you have Ghost, and you have fully loaded, all from these 2 loadouts. Now right here we go down, I have a MAC-10 Ghost loadout, and this is mainly just for special situations. Sometimes you get your first loadout, you die, the enemy that killed you might have wanted your MAC-10 and he picked it up, so you get bought back or come back from the gulag, you land on your guns, and your AMAX is there and your MAC-10's gone. But your free loadout drops, so you can pick up your AMAX, go to your loadout, pick up your MAC-10, and now once again we have Ghosts and we have both our weapons, which is the goal when getting that second loadout. Below here is just other classes with other guns I use. You see Growl, Cold War MP5, the AMAX and FFAR, the FFAR and CAR, the M16 and the Bullfrog. Now I never run restock. If you one of those people that do run restock, you could throw it in one of these classes and set you up a restock class. And this class is really just because I don't have any other guns that I wanted to put there. I use this if I want to level up a gun in Plunder. I just have a loadout set up for it. And now below, these 2 can be very crucial, especially this last one. And these are the emergency classes. The emergency classes are used for those times where you die late in the game and get bought back, or when gulag come back and it's that 5th circle, the loadout's dropping, you don't have any guns, you don't have any ammo. So you're not going to want to come in, land on your loadout, and grab one of these that are right here that don't have any ammo, because then you'll just have 2 guns and no ammo to shoot anybody with. So we set up this emergency class, and in this one you'll see I have fully loaded on the M4 and fully loaded on the MP5. And that way, whenever I land on the loadout, I can have both weapons, and I can have full ammo to be able to get right into the fight. That's going to do it for today's video. I have a lot of new content that's going to be coming out for Season 2 as soon as that drops. So if you want to stay up to date with that, be sure to hit the like button, hit the subscribe button so you don't miss any of the Season 2 content that's coming out. Thanks for watching. Hold That Tiger Gaming.